Welcome to my channel. I'm Lauren Brown, and if you're returning, welcome back. I want to say thank you for all of your views and for, supporting the channel. It means a lot. Thank you for every subscription, every comment. They don't go unnoticed by me in any way. Now, for today's video, we're going to be talking about my books, because I realize, not all of you know. Maybe you've seen some of the older videos on this channel, but this will be a chance for me to really explain to you what they're about, why I did them, what it's like being an author. Is it everything it's cracked up to be? And more on where you can find them and so on. Well, I began my writing journey basically the minute I could write. My first story I ever wrote was in kindergarten, and I think I'd said, the story was, David is scuba-ing, because I didn't know the word for scuba diving. So I said, David is scuba-ing. David is cute. It was a description, it was an action that kind of gave you a setting, and that, I think, was the beginning of writer Lauren. But of course that expanded over time. I was lucky to have teachers like Miss Inman, Miss Monahan, and Miss Albiri in elementary school who really supported my writing and, would help me write these short stories. I remember one of them was called Lonely the Pet Puppy, and another one was about a girl named Summer and her fabulous adventures in Africa, where she ran into quicksand after running away from a lion with her flamingo friend. So, the storytelling was really big from back then, and it only continued. I will say that the Raif and Rose series kind of started uniquely in that it began out of something quite negative. I had a really serious bout of food poisoning one summer. I was 17 and I could not leave the house, let's just say, from the food poisoning for about a month. I couldn't trust myself. I couldn't trust myself with that food poisoning situation. So, and on top of that, our TV was broken and I was just absolutely bored. So I decided to write a screenplay. And so initially it was just, I wanted to watch a movie, and Raif and Rose was the movie. These were the characters that I wanted to see. And then, after about 4 years of my parents kind of badgering me like, hey, you should make this a book, and I said, all right, you know what, I'll do that. And then at 20, I published this, Raif and Rose, The Death Letter. This is the first book. This is not what it looked like when I first published it. It was a different cover, a different style, and different quality. But, my encouragement to everyone who is an aspiring author is to not let perfection be the enemy of good. Do what you can. Share it with whomever you can. You are a writer because you write. You are an author because you write, not because somebody gives you a stamp of approval. I think we all want the validation. We all want the agents. We want the publishers. We want all this stuff that says we are somebody. But, it's one thing to have it, but then when you have it, that comes with expectations as well. So begin your process, follow your journey. Don't compare it to anybody else's. Okay, advice over. Let's get into this. So, Raif and Rose, Book 1, The Death Letter. What is it about? It's the first in what is planned to be a 4-book series. There are currently 2. I am working on the 3rd. And so The Death Letter is where we meet these characters at, fair enough, 17, turning 18. They're basically these raucous, adventurous people who their society thinks just completely, they're too much. They've got too much money, they're too cool, they're too fly, they go places, they do this, they do that. If you threw in high-octane adventure, almost like little Lewis Hamiltons mixed with Serena Williams. They come from a very illustrious, wealthy family, and of course that brings with it the eyes of the paparazzi, of the media, all of that. But that pales in comparison to the eyes that start training on them in this first book. In fact, Raif and Rose find themselves in the crosshairs of a secret society and have to spend the rest of this novel figuring out how to survive a clock counting down to their deaths in 10 days. Boom. A lot of adventure, a lot of drama, all action, non-stop. You will end this book with your heart racing and you will be going, I need book 2. And that is Raif and Rose World on Fire. The great thing about Raif and Rose World on Fire is it's designed to flow right from the events of book 1 into book 2. So this, we find them, they're a little bit older, about a year and a half. Raif and Rose are dealing with the aftermath of book 1, and even more people are after them. And it isn't just the media, it isn't just the paparazzi. These are dangerous people, people with guns, knives, and all kinds of weapons, and they're put in an impossible situation, save lives or save their own lives. You try to figure out what moral choices and implications they're going to make, and you don't always believe they'll make the right one. So it's a really fun novel. It looks thick, but it's really a quick read. My style is what I like to call present action. So I write it as if it's happening now. Typically, when you read a book, the story is going from the past point of view. It's Jane ran up a hill. She saw a castle. She walked down the hill toward the castle. Everything is past tense. Whereas with Raif and Rose, it's Raif looks over the water. He sees a ship coming in. The ship is bearing cargo, too dangerous to name. Rose slams into him, not seeing him in front of her. The two of them go tumbling down the hill and crash into a rock. Everything goes black. Uh-oh, they're not safe. They can't afford to be unconscious in this place. So that's the energy of these 2 books, and if you are interested, do go check the description box to get your copy. It is available for Kindle and physical purchase, and if you know any great voice actors, we are planning the audiobooks, so that's very exciting. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this summary of Raif and Rose, The Death Letter, and Book 2, Raif and Rose, World on Fire. Both books are available now, with Book 3 coming soon. So definitely get your copy so you can catch up. And remember to, as well, if you like this video, if something I've said today has made you feel so great, do like this video. It does a lot for the channel and it's free. As well, subscribe and click on the notifications so that you can find out when there's more fun book-related content, when we do readings and excerpts from the books. As well, you'll also get some really cool behind-the-scenes story writing videos. Also, feel free to share this with anyone and everyone you know. The share really does help us a lot. That copy link is a great thing. So, with that, I will say thank you so much. Happy reading. From me, Lauren Brown, to you, thank you, and I will see you in the next one.